morning, darling. Good morning, ma'am. What can I get for you today? Well, I was wondering if I could talk to Miss Bob about something regarding the Christmas season. Present. What can I do for you? Well, my friends and I are creating and gathering donations to the local shelter and food shelf in the name of Christmas spirit. Holiday spirit, I guess I should say. There aren't any Muslim holidays in December this year. Well, except for Jumada al-Akhira. But that's not a big one. Anyway, all the same God. Well, anyway, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind us setting up a little donation box in your business to collect food for the shelf. We'll handle the transportation if that's what you're worried about. We are already ahead of you. We have a little cart at the end of the counter over there, as well as a box for cash and check donations. Husni Azadia. My mosque works very closely with that food shelf. Well, 20 steps ahead of me, I see. Did you contact the shelf and ask what they're looking at? I know the list changes all the time. We did. I do believe Nicole dropped off some boxes of cereal when she visited yesterday. Excuse me, ma'am, you can't give perishables like that. Sure I can. They should be grateful they're getting anything. While some food banks can support perishable foods like milk and yogurt, many cannot. That's why we went ahead and asked them what their most needed items were. You'll see them listed on the cart. We appreciate the thought, darling, but those goodies will expire before they get to anyone in need. Oh, they're already expired. I'm trying to get rid of them. You're donating rotten food? Well, they're hungry, aren't they? If you don't have any food that won't make people sick, you can always donate money instead. In fact, that's usually preferred. That is so greedy. You can't eat $5. Honey, the shelf can stretch that dollar so much farther than what you or I or anyone else could find in our cupboards, and it's not going to result in expired milk that'll make people sick. Now get that out of the cart. No, they're going to take what I'm donating and they're going to like it. I swear, everyone's so ungrateful these days. Silence. I'm tempted to hit her with poverty. That would teach her a lesson. But I think it would be taking it just a little too far. No, I agree. I've lived through that hell and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Except for maybe a few politicians. Oh, maybe she can only eat the quality of food and or money that she donates to others? I like that. We'll set it for 3 months. Should be long enough to teach some basic empathy. You want to make it 6? Take your rotten donations with you on your way out. Welcome to CaFae Latte. We've just started our holiday specials. My personal favorite is the Dryad Cranberry Cinnamon Tea, although the gingerbread latte is a favorite among the staff. Yep, can confirm. It's like drinking a cookie. If you prefer a more minty taste, we also have the Iced Peppermint Blizzard Mocha, which utilizes snow and ice crafted by winter spirits. That drink will stay cool, well, forever. I'm sorry. Did you just say holiday specials? Yes, I did. Oh, and I almost forgot. We're starting a pomegranate chimera cappuccino, a brand new edition. It uses milk from Greek chimera, which is very similar to goat milk. Gross. And don't you mean Christmas specials? No, I mean holiday specials. Christmas is included in that, but it's far from the only holiday celebrated in December. And goat milk is very sweet and delicious when handled properly. Great. Another year where everyone's waging war on Christmas. Look, America is a Christian nation. Pretty much everyone here is Christian and celebrates Christmas. I'm a fairy, non-Christian, and I celebrate Yule. Jewish. And I'm Muslim, dear. Okay, well, most of your customers... I'm a Buddhist. Well then, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah! Ironically, since I come from a Christian family, I do celebrate Christmas. I always enjoyed the food. I can't celebrate Christmas or give gifts until one of my holidays comes around. But those Christmas cookies, right? I like the little peanut butter sugar cookies with the Hershey's Kiss in the middle, but few things beat my sister's sufganiyot. You should give JC the recipe. They were just talking about adding some non-Christian desserts to the repertoire here. My father makes sugar cranberries, which I thought were the best holiday dessert. And then JC made a batch of those chocolate mint cookies, which are good for any winter holiday, and I have gained 5 pounds. Only 5? Oh yes, Cyrus keeps snagging them when he thinks I'm not looking. Sugared cranberries? Sufganiyot? All right, we're making a list. Jennifer Charles is going to have their hands full. So you don't do Christmas wish lists? No, my family always just kind of guesses what each person would want. Do you at least coordinate it? Nicole, babe, I need you to know that you are a lot smarter and more efficient than me and pretty much everyone who shares my DNA. One time my mom made it very clear that she wanted a new toaster oven, and she got one. In fact, she got 3, none of which came with gift receipts, so she couldn't even turn 2 of them in for cash. Each person in my family makes a list of items they want and then emails it to everyone. When I decide to get something for Dad, I let the rest of the family know so we don't get doubles. Unless it's something like magic cards, because he can always use extra of those. Sorry. Oh no, it's fine. I just wanted to order the Dryad Cranberry Cinnamon Tea, large, and one of those snowflake cookies. Alright, follow the prompts on screen there. I'll get those for you. Great. So, making holiday plans, huh? Gotta be rough. It's stressful, mostly because of the kids, but we get through it. I'm a part-time art teacher, so I know how to handle my cousin's young children. It's still going to drain me. Well, kids always do. Well, I'm glad to see more couples like you two. Sorry, are you not together? We are, it's just an odd comment. Here is your tea and your cookie. Happy holidays. You too. And you have a happy Kwanzaa. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Well, no, but you're... Just because I'm black does not mean I celebrate Kwanzaa. My maternal grandparents do, and an uncle does, but that's it. You should celebrate it, though. It's part of your culture. I don't think you, a stranger, or really anyone with our skin tone can tell her what is and is not part of her culture and what she should or should not do to commemorate it. Hey, well, no, I'm just saying that you shouldn't let the holiday die out. And you're dating her, you should be supportive of her culture. I am, even though I'm largely clueless about it, so I follow her lead and I don't tell her what to do. I respect Kwanzaa as a holiday and those who wish to celebrate it. I am not one of them. Now please leave because you are making me uncomfortable. Well, hard conversations are uncomfortable, dear. Why do you hate your own heritage and culture? She said go. Now leave before I make you leave. Okay, fine. God. I swear, he said culture so many times the word has lost all meaning. And where's Bob to curse someone with silence when you need her? She's on a break, after cursing 2 more people who ranted at her about how saying happy holidays is a war on Christmas. Yeah, okay, I can handle the Karens until she's recovered. Oh, Rithu, so glad I caught you. I wanted to ask you a question about baby clothes. I am so not an expert on that. For your sister's hatchling. Okay, I'm slightly more of an expert, although they still have not hatched yet. Any day now, though. I was simply wondering, at what age do dragons learn to take human form? Because I still have a few outfits that my twins have grown out of, but I don't know if they'll work for a baby dragon? I mean, with some creative snipping and stitching, you could probably make something out of it. Oh, you can, actually. My sister loves doing those types of crafts, so we might take you up on it. Even though dragons typically aren't able to change their form until they're at least like 50, 60 years old, they also don't really know how to control their fire. Like, I barely control mine when I'm pissed, and I'm a young adult, so... Save them for the next century? How long do you think humans typically live, dear? I mean, it's the 21st century. Modern medicine has come a long way. And, you know, there are ways for mortals to become immortal, even though they're super rare and hard to get and usually have some really strong security. Ugh, is it even worth it? That is a question for people so much smarter than me. I have 3 children and a husband who I love very much. Immortality is therefore a package deal or politely declined. Man, what I would give to have every person, immortal or otherwise, be half as sensible and foresighty as you. Oh, did her water, the egg hatch? Starting to. Alright, look, guys, I know I'm scheduled for another 5 hours, but get the fuck out of here. Great, thanks. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Remember to avoid the airport. We're really close to the Twin Cities, and you almost flew into an airplane last week. Guys, I got good news. I've got word from Raythu. Oh, crap, you first. What'd they say about the baby dragon? Are they healthy? Is everything okay? Took a few hours, but the baby's all hatched, perfectly healthy. There was a doctor on site just in case, plus a rabbi who did the usual Jewish prayer thing. Ammon's spouse did the Aliyah. It's basically a reading of the Torah. Doctor on site. Wait, this wasn't at a hospital? Dragons typically prefer at-home births, usually because the extra heat of the den and nest are good for the hatchling. Yeah, and I'll bet they dodged a bullet from insurance, too. What'd they name the kid? That is top secret, and I am not making that up. Dragons are more protective of their names than fairies. But we know Raythu's name? And Ameth's? We know their nicknames. Common names is like the official term. And Boss probably knows Raythu's legal name, but that's not their real name. Dragons have their own draconic name, which are almost never used. They only ever use them in super special private family gatherings like birth, marriage, death, maybe a super serious deal with powerful immortals to show just how serious they are. That's about it. Okay, that makes sense. But what are we calling the kid? What's the nickname? I mean, we can't just keep saying Raythu's nibbling. I don't know, the kid's only an hour old. Why didn't they talk about it before the hatching? Some parents want to actually meet their child before naming them, especially if the traditions have their roots in times of pre-modern medicine where, well, a healthy child was not a guarantee. Ugh, whatever. I'm just gonna call it Bebop until Raythu corrects me. Well, hold on. Wouldn't something like Scaly make more sense? I mean, we don't know anything about the baby dragon except that it probably has scales? I am not saddling the kid with Scaly. I gotta admit, Scaly makes a little more sense than a cartoon pig and a jazz movement from the 40s. Yeah, we don't even know if the kid likes jazz. Well, you can't prove they don't. I'm glad everyone is all right. Drek, what did you want to say? Huh? Oh, my dad got a job. Oh, he did? Finally, what'd he get? Sous chef at an Italian deli. It's not much, but it works. More importantly, they don't make a big giant deal that he's a goblin and has to carry a step stool everywhere, which humans make such a big deal out of that. Glad he finally got a bone thrown his way. Right? Apparently he made a friend over at the food shelf who's a witch, and she made him this little good luck charm or good fortune charm thing or whatever for like $10. Must have worked. Oh, they're just so precious. Yeah, the scales look purple. I mean, it makes sense given that their mom is Ameth, but it kind of looks like gold in some of these pictures. We call that gold touched. It's supposed to be good luck. Oh, cute. What pronouns? For now, they, them. Most dragons are gender fluid anyway, so that's probably going to change eventually, but until we know for sure, they, them. Wait, seriously? I mean, that makes sense for you, but you always refer to Ameth as your sister and she, her. Well, yeah, there's an exception to every rule. Like, 99% of all dragons are gender fluid, and we can also change our sexual organs as needed, kind of like frogs. Just like 99% of all humans are cisgender, and none of you can change your organs without surgery, which... Your little flesh sacks are so bizarre to me. Anyway, Ameth's in that 1% who is Earthriku. That's draconic for unchanging. She's just always been a woman. She can change her sex as needed, but she doesn't. She's gender is woman. She uses her outside to match that. It's rare, and honestly kind of boring, but it happens. Huh. You learn something new. We're not going to ask for their real name. We know how secretive dragons are about that. But do we have a nickname? Preferably something better than JC's suggestion of Bebop or Drex Scaly. I mean, those work. We're calling them Zatha. Gorgeous. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you two about Hanukkah. It starts on the 7th this year. Well, sundown on the 7th, so I'm still working in the morning. Anyway, Drek's already covering the weekend for me, but I've still got an all-day shift Tuesday and Wednesday with their asses out in the wind. I'll take the Tuesday one. I can definitely cover most of Wednesday, but I'll have to ask my parents or in-laws if they're willing to babysit to take the whole day. Really appreciate it, thank you. Customers. Hi, welcome to CaFae Latte. Are you two together? Oh, no, it's just
timing. You can go first if you want. I've got to browse the merch. Oh, well, thank you kindly. I'll just take a Dryad Cranberry Cinnamon Tea. Hot, medium, looks really good.
I'll make it for you.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have any of these t-shirts in an extra large?
We do. If they're not up front there, I can try to dig in the back for them. I know we got a bunch of boxes for the holiday gift-giving rush, and they just didn't all fit up here.
Well, either I'm blind or they're not up here. Could you grab one for me, please, in black? And do you have gift wrap?
I do not, unfortunately. Did you want to perhaps get a coffee mug and then wrap the shirt around it? It'll work as both gift and wrapping paper. All you need is ribbon.
You trying to upsell me?
A little bit.
You know what? We'll do one of those big travel mugs. My boyfriend is from Hawaii and is such a baby about cold weather. Constantly has to be wrapped in 80 layers and drinking something hot.
And I'm sure you hate every minute of it. How long have you two been together?
4 years. But funnily enough, he moved here 12 years ago. You'd think he'd be used to Minnesota winters by now.
Oh, my husband can handle the winter. What he can't handle is the summer. If it gets higher than 70 degrees Fahrenheit, he's staying inside with the AC cranked and will not move.
I mean, I'd offer to trade, but mine is so cute, wrapped up in blankets on the couch.
Wait, hold on. Your boyfriend is from Hawaii?
Yes. He's indigenous, too. Oh, and he's an architect. He specializes in designing eco-friendly buildings.
That's lovely.
And he's been here 12 years, but you're not married. No. Well, not yet, anyway. I saw him sneaking a peek at the rings in my jewelry box, trying to find the size. What are you doing?
I'm calling the police. Your boyfriend's an illegal alien.
911, what's your emergency?
What?
What happened? So, customer A and customer B showed up at the same time, although they're not together. Customer A was getting a Christmas gift for her boyfriend, who is an indigenous Hawaiian.
All right.
Now, customer B, after confirming that boyfriend has been here for 12 years but they're not married, then immediately proceeded to call the cops.
And why would she do that?
Because apparently, and this is where I kind of lost the plot, he's an illegal alien.
He's from Hawaii.
Yes, and that's why he's an illegal immigrant.
Okay, first of all, the correct term is undocumented, not illegal.
Secondly, it doesn't matter because, as I keep telling you, Hawaii is part of the United States and he's a citizen.
Oh, please, I'm not stupid.
Ma'am, I have my own phone right here. A quick Google search shows that Hawaii officially became a state in 1959.
You? Shut up. Of course you're taking her side. You look just as suspicious. Don't want ICE to be investigating you, little missy?
They are free to try. So, are we gonna try to interfere here, or...
I kinda want to see how this plays out.
That may honestly be for the best.
Although I could curse her.
Oh my god, the fairy witch is talking about cursing me. Please get her suit. I'm really scared.
Wow, really? You don't come here often, do you?
I hate white girl temper tantrums.
I think it may be best to simply stay and let the police handle her. You were getting a gift for your significant other? I'll comp you for it, for your troubles.
You know what? Your merch is expensive enough that I'm actually going to take you up on that. When are the police getting here?
Average response time is 7 minutes. So you see, she's clearly harboring an illegal immigrant, or undocumented, or whatever PC crap. And all these cafe workers are on her side. They were going to curse me into silence so that I wouldn't tell anybody. It is a conspiracy. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a whole ring of girlfriends and boyfriends funneling illegals into this country for cash. I mean, do you honestly expect them to make any money from selling their cheap coffee? No, something else is going on. And it's this. Don't believe me? Just arrest that woman and investigate her boyfriend. Ma'am, Hawaii is a part of the United States. It was signed into law and joined the Union on August 21st, 1959, same year as Alaska. I remember because my dad was born the day before. We are constantly teasing him about how he is literally older than the state of Hawaii. Oh, well, just because it's a state doesn't mean it's part of America. That is literally what that means. Now, You are causing a disturbance and drawing my attention away from actual crimes and crap that I need to handle. So, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the premises. If you keep making a fuss, then I'm gonna ask the fairy sorceress here for a silence curse, so at the very least, I don't have to listen to you while I arrest you. You can't do that. I'll have your name and badge number. I'll go to the press and tell everyone that you let illegal immigrants and fairies do whatever they please.
Silence.
It only lasts for 24 hours, after which you are free to humiliate yourself on national television all you want.
I wouldn't, honestly. Thank you, ma'am. I'll take it from here.
I am honestly surprised at you. Most officers of the law are too proud to let me interfere.
Don't know why. Crime in this town has dropped since you moved in. Everyone knows that. It's an open secret that your magic keeps everything safe and prosperous and probably does something to make the coffee extra tasty. Speaking of which, my shift ends in a couple of hours. I'll be back.
We'll keep a pot warm for you.
I still say all cops are bastards, but he's okay. Yeah, there's bound to be a few good apples.